Hey guys, so I know the camera kind of moved a little bit, but this is the last part of my haul, part 3. I have 2 more stacks of books, and then I am done. I'm going to do the rest of my videos probably a little later, let you guys watch this and comment and share and everything. On my first one, my book and movie haul, I believe it's called, there is a link there. There's also a link on my last one, which is part 2, for a huge announcement. So go and check that out, and let's get into the haul. So the first book I have is a new book. I think it just came out, May 4th. I have been seeing this everywhere, and I have just, every time I look, someone either has put it on Goodreads, it's on, is it on NetGalley? I'm not sure. On Goodreads or Facebook, sorry, I couldn't think of it, or on Instagram. And I've been waiting for the library to get it because I'm so excited to read this one. I know I say that about all my books, but it's called The Secrets We Keep by Tricia Lever, and it looks really cool. I love this cover, like how they're there. I believe it's about twin sisters. I don't know what's happened, but I know it's about twin sisters, identical twins. The next book I got, I know I've told you guys in previous hauls that I'm going to start reading the Gossip Girl novels because I absolutely loved Gossip Girl, the TV show, and so I want to kind of get back into the drama and read the books. I haven't read them yet. This one is kind of a prequel, kind of not. It's kind of like a remake, I guess you could say, of the first Gossip Girl, because it's called Gossip Girl Psycho Killer, and it has like all this blood and everything. This is it is Gossip Girl, the very first book in the series, but when Blake, or I call her Blake, when Serena comes back, I believe she kills everybody. So, super excited to read that one and kind of see the other, like, creepy side to Gossip Girl. The next 2 I got are by the same people. This first one, my cousin Sarah has read before, and she said it was really cute, and she just really liked it and thought that I would. So I thought to pick it up because the next one, which is by the same author, is a new one. And this one is Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library by Chris Graberstein. Sorry, I'm butchering names. But she said that it was really cute, and it's set in a library, and obviously you know I go to the library a lot since all of these books are from the library. And so she thought that I would really like it, so I picked it up because this one is a new one. It just came out April of this year, and it's The Island of Dr. Libris by the same author. And so I decided, and I picked it up, and it looked really good. And I saw the title of Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library on the back. So since I picked this one up, I decided that I would pick this one up and read it first, since this one clearly came out before the new one did. The next book I got really reminds me of another book that I have here, but this is called The Lost Girls by Peter Lagares. Sorry, I'm really bad at names. But this kind of reminds me of Vanishing Acts. Is it called? No, it's not called Vanishing Acts. Vanishing Girls or something by Lauren Oliver. And I have that one as well in my in my room to read. But this one sounds really good. It's kind of thick, but the writing seems to be very kind of big and put apart. So I feel like I would be able to get through it quickly. And I believe there's 3 different, there's 3, or is there 2? 3 works. I don't know. I know there's more than one story in here. So, but the back sounded really interesting, so I decided to pick that one up. The next one I got was The Dead I Know by Scott Gardner. The cover does not look good. I do not like this cover. I don't at all. But I read what it was about, and it sounded really good, and it described it as psychodrama, and that is like my field day. So I decided to pick it up. Even though I hate this cover, I do not like it at all. Next one I got, we as my family, watched this movie recently, and the second movie just came out recently, so I thought that both me and Sarah thought we would pick up the book, because we didn't know it was a book before the movie, and it is The Woman in Black by Suzanne Hill, which is a adult author. I actually have another book by her that we got, and I'm really excited to watch this or read this because The Woman in Black is a great book. I mean, oh my God, I cannot talk today. It's a great movie. So we thought getting the book, we can see if there's anything new or different between the two. The next one I actually had gotten Secrets and Lies, I believe, a long time ago, and I don't know if I showed you these. If I showed you these books, I'm sorry. But I had gotten the third book of the series a long time ago, not knowing it was the third, so I went back, brought it back, and I got the first one, which was Truth or Dare by Jacqueline Green. Then I got Be Not Afraid by Cecilia Galante. That just looks creepy. The next one I got is, I didn't want to pick this up, but every time I went to the library, it kind of just stood out to me. So I decided, you know what, if it's showing in my mind, it means I need to read it. So I got it, and it's Solitaire by Alice Oseman, which is really cool because I believe she wrote this, she wrote this when she was 17. So I'm kind of intrigued, but then scared all at the same time. The next one I got is one of the same kind, where it just kept standing out to me, so I decided to just say, F it, and get the book. And it is Drive Me Crazy by, I hate when they put the stickers over the author's names, by Tara Ellen McVoy. See, the author is supposed to be here, but they had to put the stupid sticker there. But it just looks really good, and I believe it's about friendships and road trips, so I picked it up. The next one I got, sorry, I just moved, y'all. The next one I got is Egg and Spoon by Gregory Maguire. Yet again, this is one both me and my cousin are going to try to read. We tried to read What the Dickens, and it did not go well. So we're hoping that we can read this. We're going to try starting it sometime soon to see if we can read it, because I don't know if I couldn't read What the Dickens because of Gregory Maguire's writing style, or it was just that book. So we'll see how it goes. The next one, I saw it was new, and I saw it, and as soon as I saw it, I had to grab it, just because I want to know everything about this. And it is Stonewall by Anne Bossum. If you don't know what Stonewall was, it was a raid on some gay bars in New York, I think. Was it New York or was it LA? See, when I want to, it was New York. When I want to, know it really quickly and read through it and find it, I can't. But then when I don't really care, I can find it super quickly. But it was a raid on a gay bar in New York, and it was kind of like, you know, Martin Luther King's speech, that was kind of like the biggest thing for blacks. This was like the biggest thing for gays. The next one I got was Panic by Sharon Draper, I think. Yeah, Sharon M. Draper. And it just really looked cool. I've never seen a cover like that, and I thought it just looked interesting. And then in the beginning, in this thing where it's supposed to say what it is, it has a sentence. And it says, Diamond knows not to talk to strangers, but just once couldn't hurt, right? Doesn't that sound good? Okay, the next couple are some manga. I have never read manga before, but I thought I wanted to start. I'm kind of very skeptical just because I've never read it before, and nobody really told me what I should read. And so I kind of went to the library and just looked. I found this series, and so I said, you know what, this looks like the easiest to read, so I thought I would try out this series first. And it is the Emma series. This maid is working for a family and falls in love with someone in the family, I believe. And so I got 1 and 2 of that. It's by Kaoru Mori. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce those kind of names. The next one I got is next in my series. It is number 5 in my Maximum Ride series by James Patterson. I'm really liking this series. I believe there's 10 in it, so I'm actually almost halfway done. Once I read it, I will be. The next one I got is an adult book. I saw this on somebody's BookTube channel, and I'm not entirely sure which one, but it sounded really good. And then my library had a little kind of shelf, and it was for if you'll like these adult books, if you like YA, and this and another book that I have was on there, and so I picked it up right away because I was like, it's a sign. It is a sign that I need to read it. And it's called Golden Boy by Abigail Tartillin. Sorry if I'm butchering her name, but this is about a transgender that is an athlete. So it sounds super, super good. The next couple, or the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books is graphic novels. I told you, I'm on a graphic novel kick. The first one is another manga that I've heard really good books, or really good things about. Little Book Owl, Katrina, that's her name, I think. She just got this whole series, and she's been reading it, and she's almost done, and says it is amazing, so I decided to start with it. And so I got the first book in the Death Note series by, I don't want to, like, ruin his name, Tushigami Oba. I'm sorry, I can't say these names. But I've heard that Death Note is very good, so I decided to pick up the first one to see if I like it. The next one I got is 2 books in the series. I don't know if this is the only 2 books in the series or not, but I thought I would get them. And I guess it's the True series. This one's Vanishing Point by number 1 by Derek Kirk Kim, and this is number 2, Still Life. And they just looked really interesting, so I decided to pick them up. The next 3 are all in the same series. I don't know why, but they had some of these books sitting out for the kids, and I know I'm not a child, but they looked really cute, so I decided to pick 3 up. I don't know if it's a series, or it is a series. Oh, I got 1, 2, and I think this is just comics of it. But I got 1 and 2, which is really good. I don't know if there's any more. If you do, let me know in the comments. But I got Jellaby by Keen So. That's one of them, and then this is the first one. The first one is Jellaby the Lost Monster, and then number 2 is Jellaby Monster in the City. But they just, sorry, my light went out. But they just look so cute and adorable, so I needed to grab them because they just looked amazing. The next one is another adult book, the other one I was talking to you about, that it was a sign that I just had to get because I've heard really good things about it, and it's Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. The next one I got, I had to re-get a book because it was almost due, and I couldn't renew it anymore, so I have a little system, and if I find it at a different library, I just bring the one back, and then I have it again. And I saw this one next to it, so I had to pick it up, and it's called Reality Land, True Life Adventures at Walt Disney World by David Coing. Anything about Disney is something I will read because Disney is like my life, so I decided to grab it. The next one is the last graphic novel I have to show you. I have heard nothing but good things about this graphic novel, and so I thought that I would give it a try, and it's called Seconds by Brian Lee O'Malley. I didn't know if this was a series or not. If it is, please let me know. But it does look really cute, so I picked that one up. The next 2 I have, or the last 2 I have, are adult books. I told you that I got another book by Suzanne Hill, which is the person that wrote Woman in Black, and I did, and it's called The Shadows in the Street. And then the last book I got is, yet again, another one of my favorite authors. Well, I already told you she was my favorite author, but another one of her books, and I've already read this one, and I do own it, but I wanted to reread it because it is one of my favorites from her, and is On the Street Where You Live by Mary Higgins Clark. This is one of my favorites that she's written, and so I wanted to reread it. So, yes, that is all my hauls. I have no more books to show you guys, unless I go to the library soon. But I'm hoping to not, because I need to get through these books. If you have any questions, comments, anything, leave them in the comments below. If you don't subscribe to me, please subscribe and share me with your friends. I will also leave a link to the huge announcement that I have in the description bar below, so just go check it out for me. And I will love you all forever. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.